a live improv from New York City and around the world. Yeah, I heard it too. I just went through puberty. Live improv from all over the place. I want to say hello and thank you to my cast. Before we get started, we got Amanda over there, and we got Mike, and we got Taylor, and we got Stephanie. Oh, nice. And we got EJ. We got Dawn. And I'm your host, Scotty Watson. So first thing we're going to do is a conducted story. And to do that, we're going to get a little bit of information and get things kicked off. So let's first start with Amanda. Can I please have a genre for Amanda?
Cooking.
Cooking? Wow. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of food talk today, so it's on.
Cooking it is. How about for Mike?
Biography.
Biography. That's a good one.
Yeah. That work?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Biography.
And one for Taylor, please.
Young adult
International Education.
I heard young adult fiction, and I love Don, whatever that sentence was going to turn into. But we're going to go with young adult fiction in this.
I'll use it with someone else.
Oh.
YA fiction. For Stephanie, please.
Self-help.
Self-help book. Love it. Not that you need it, Stephanie, but you're going to give self-help. Help. Self-help with a P. One for EJ, please.
Thrillers, murder mystery.
Thriller murder mystery. This has got to be really interesting to watch me write. And one for Dawn, please.
Fantasy.
Tell all. Yeah.
Now,
Thank you, fantasy.
which kind of fantasy are we talking about? Like with elves and whatnot?
Oh, yes.
Gotcha.
For you.
Excellent. Can I please have what is considered traditionally a female name?
Nancy.
Nancy.
Don't know many boys called Nancy.
And a traditionally male name?
William.
William. An animal, please.
Chinchilla.
Ooh. Chinchilla.
Okay, I'll ask. What's a chinchilla? Like a mink? Is that like what's a chinchilla?
Rabbit,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Like a rabbit.
It's like a rat rabbit.
A rat rabbit.
I think it's a part of the marsupial family, I believe.
A rat rabbit.
It's like Easter Bunny had a baby, it would be.
But it bit. And can I please have a non-gendered name, a name that wouldn't really be
Sam.
Sam?
Sam.
Oh, Sam. Fluffy.
And a non-geographical location.
The woods.
Waxwork.
I
The
heard-
linear behind the.
Yes, the lanai behind the woods. No, just the woods. I love that.
Okay.
All right. So just to reiterate, Amanda, what do you got?
Cooking.
Let Mike.
Biography.
Taylor.
Young adult fiction.
Stephanie.
Self-help.
EJ.
Murder mystery.
And Dawn.
Fantasy.
And here is the title of the story that we're about to tell, a story that has never been written before. Nancy and William and their chinchilla Sam go into the woods. Nancy and William and their chinchilla Sam go into the woods. And we're going to start with EJ, please.
William was awakened by his wife Nancy's voice. "Wake up, darling! There's a body in the woods!" William sat up in bed. His striped pajamas caught the sunlight, and he dashed to his feet, forgetting his slippers, ran downstairs, grabbed his chinchilla Sam, dashed into the woods in search of this body.
Thank you. Mike.
Sam came from a long line of chinchillas that lived in this very particular bit of woods in Maine. Sam, as he approached the body, which was covered with evergreens, lifted his nose and let out a shrill bark.
Thank you. Amanda.
If you take 1 part Sam, 1 part William, and a little bit of Nancy, you mix it all together with a bit of mystery and put it into the woods, well, you just bake that for about half an hour or so, and magic really starts to happen. You want to garnish...
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I'm an idiot. Thank you. Taylor.
Nancy was in the bedroom wondering what had happened to William and Sam. They just ran out of the house like nothing had ever happened like that before. So she put on her slippers and her robe and she went downstairs cautiously, tiptoeing, and the stairs were creaking and the door was still open when suddenly...
Thank you. Stephanie?
Suddenly, she realized all of her dreams can come true if she just sticks to the program that she set up for herself in waking up at the right time, eating at the right time, and making sure she has her greens spread out and make sure they're all processed in this little processor where you just squish everything and destroy it and put in a little baggie.
Thank you, John.
So as Nancy is running through the forest trying to find William and the chinchilla, she looks down and suddenly the earth turns into powdered broccoli. And as she starts sliding on the powdered broccoli, she looks in front of her and there she sees another pile of broccoli.
Thank you, Amanda.
And of course, broccoli at this time of year is most sumptuous. So what you want to do is you want to pick up the piles of broccoli, put them into a pan, and just saute that for about half an hour, which is what she did before she went to look for her husband and her pet.
Thank you, Stephanie.
That cute little Sam, he inspired her. It was her inspiration to do all the right things. And when she saw the little chinchilla licking the evergreens off of the dead body, she realized that this is a sign. This is a sign that she's going to have a new life.
Thank you, Taylor.
So she rushed into William's arms and scooped up Sam the chinchilla, who was still going. They danced a lovely little dance. Nothing too promiscuous, mind you, because this is that genre. But they really did feel very warm and good toward each other.
Thank you, Mike.
Nancy came from a long line of broccoli farmers. The whole acreage was filled with broccoli plantings that, with the resonance of jumping, dancing, the movement that they were creating, little broccolis started to sprout all around the body.
Thank you, Don.
And as the broccoli started sprouting all over the body, started looking and seeing in the distance, there was a lake. It was a magical lake, which had sparkles, almost as if they were sparkles of fairy dust. Or it might have actually just been powdered broccoli that sat.
EJ.
That had been left there by the culprit. Ahem! The noise startled William and Nancy, and there in the bushes stood Sergeant Hawk.
Thank you. Mike.
Sergeant Hawk had always wanted to be captain and was frustrated at having been left sergeant for so long. He had taken out his vengeance on Captain Q.
Thank you, Taylor.
Captain Q and Sergeant Hawk had a long rivalry, and they knew that William was their descendant, and poor Nancy and Sam knew nothing about this.
Thank
They
you,
were swept up.
Stephanie.
She finally found out and realized her authentic self did not include William. It did include Sam because Sam was a cute little chinchilla, of course. But her authentic self did not include processed broccoli that was made into powder.
Thank you, Amanda.
So, of course, she took Sam away from all the madness, along with 3 eggs cracked into a bowl, whisked thusly, and made into an omelet for the both of them after cooked at 350 degrees for 5 to 10 minutes.
Thank you, Don.
Her brain had become an omelet with all these different ideas and ideas of what should be and what is. And she turned inward and she spoke to the little leprechaun that's in the middle of her forehead and said,
Thank you, EJ.
Please, take me away from this madness and let me get away from my pajama-clad husband once and for all. At this, she vanished, and her husband had no alternative but to file a missing persons report to the sergeant who was handily standing there in the woods.
And scene. Bravo. Well done. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amanda, Mike, Taylor, Stephanie, EJ, Don. Thank you for watching. There's going to be more, so stick around. We're going to be streaming at you in just a few more minutes.